Okay, the first thing I want to talk about is of course how we got here. Now, Ric Flair was the NWA World Heavyweight Champion, and this is when NWA and WCW were working hand in hand there, and they were going to do a dropping of the title to Ravishing Rick Rude. Now, Ravishing Rick Rude, a lot of people know, is one of my favorite wrestlers of all time. For those of you who don't know, I will tell you now, he's definitely one of my favorite wrestlers of all time, and I always wanted him to become the world champion. And when I was watching this, I was like, this is it. This is Rick Rude's moment. He's going to beat Ric Flair for the NWA World title. And then when it came time to happen, the NWA pulls out of WCW. WCW renames that title the International title, and the NWA title is vacated, pulled from Ric Flair, pulled from WCW, and it's just out there in the wind, so to speak.
That's true. I mean, it's a great little microcosm of of what the history was at that point. Accurate.
Right. And so now, are you paying attention at that time, or are you doing your own thing, not watching WCW? Because this is after you have left WCW.
No, at that time I was still watching. I can't say every week because I was pretty busy teaching school 5 days a week, lesson plans and grading on Sunday nights, night schools Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. And I had this woman, it was called my wife at the time, was renovating a house. So I was pretty busy, but I did watch very, very regularly. Again, I can't say week to week, but I would say, at least 2 to 3 weeks out of each company, out of each month, and at least scanning over and keeping apprised of what they were doing. Because at ECW, especially with my promos, I wanted to make sure that if I was mentioning somebody in a promo, that it was relevant and timely, and that I wasn't mentioning 2 champions ago or 6 months ago. I wanted what I was saying to be relevant that day.
Right. And now as a fan, when I'm watching this, of course, I'm disappointed because Rick Rude didn't get the world title, which I'd want him to get the world title even back when he was wrestling for the WWF. I thought him and Hogan would have been a great program. I was always all about Rick Rude making that jump to the main event status. Yet he never actually got to do that, and of course that was a terrible tragedy in my opinion. But that terrible tragedy led to you getting your shot.
Yeah, well, let's talk about Rick Rude for a split second. You say about what a fan you were. I was too. Most people in the business were, because Rick was phenomenal. Rude was phenomenal at what he did. He played the heel role so well, but he was so good in the ring. He clearly was cut out to be championship caliber material. And when that happened, you could feel like something was lost in the business, because it was nothing against Flair. Everybody knows my personal animosity. Nothing against him, but it was clearly Rick Rude's time. He was in that point of his career that it would have made perfect sense.
Why do you think the NWA offices didn't want to give Rick Rude the title? Like, why would they not approve Rick Rude as the champion?
Well, I think the problem, and this is just a guess of mine, but because I don't know, so I'll say what I think my just sense tells me. The NWA wasn't a office; it was a multiple of offices around the country, and everybody thought they were the boss. And that was part of why the NWA ultimately failed and has never been able to get off the ground again to any great degree. Because, you had people around the country all wanting this person, that person. Some wanted to stay with WCW, some probably didn't want to stay. And so you could already see the family squabble going on with the NWA. And I can tell you from a whole lot of experience in the business, when you see that kind of infighting going on and all the fingers on the same hand aren't doing the same thing, failure is the next outcome. And that's exactly what happened with the NWA.